my e-learning module. So what I've done is I have taken an e-module that we already had and I've improved it, hopefully. So I use Moodle and the H5P software. It's something that we have embedded onto essentially our equivalent of Google Classroom. So it is an update to a previous module, so I didn't really have to think about the content so much. It was more on the course design, because the previous module was made in a bit of a rush when COVID hit, like 5 years ago now, and was a lot of just screenshots of PowerPoints and stuff, which isn't accessible at all if we had a student that needed it, and it looked really old-fashioned and dated. So it's on our internal learning portal, as we call it. So it's a Met Office site, and basically what I've done is what the students have is I've created you all a login, and so you can log in and you'll see it. So you guys will only have the Intro to Atmosphere e-lesson, but Common Air Ops seminar is the big course that it normally sits underneath, and there's like 20 different modules on there, and so this will just sit underneath it. So H5P are really simple to follow. They're referred to as interactive books, and you kind of click through the pages, and you can put in text, images, videos, and then embed questions and stuff into it as well. So the easiest thing for you, it will be to have a look when we get to that bit. So it is entirely self-led. They do it within a given timetable slot as part of a week-long course. So what we tend to do is we tend to do a live lesson, and then we give them time to do the self-led e-lessons, and then we bring them back in to do another live lesson. So we generally start live lessons with a recap of the e-lessons just to make sure that they've done it. And we can also track to make sure that they've done it. So it's really clear to see who's done it to start off with, how long they took to do it. So if you've done it in like 3 minutes, you can be like, well, you obviously didn't do it. And then it also gives you a mark breakdown as well for who got each question right. It does allow you to take it multiple times as well. So eventually it'll catch up. Accessibility is inbuilt into Moodle, so I've got some resources at the end for how Moodle goes into the accessibility, but it covers screen readers. You can change the colour. The one thing that you can't do, which I think a few of you have managed to do in your resources, is you can't record audio, but because you can embed videos, I suppose you could work your way around it if needed to. Alt text is as standard. You have to tick a box to say it's decorative and that you don't want alt text to it. Otherwise, you have to put alt text in for each thing. And then it also allows you to use the use of headings body text. And when you access the resource, you'll be able to see that down the side, the headings are like the section titles, and then they're split into further sections using subheadings as well. In terms of copyright, everything we make at the Met Office is covered by Crown copyright rules, and it's all just kind of covered by that. So there is a copyright statement, I think, on the first slide that I've put in to say that, but there is an expectation on the course that they can't download or share any of the information that we provide for them. So that's really all I had to say. So it's time for you guys to have a go. So what I've done is I've created a login for each of you. So you can follow the QR code. It should work okay on a phone. Otherwise, I can drop a link for the portal.
Are you a Met Office staff member?
No, so you want to click customer login.
Customer.
For that one. And then the space in your username after your surname is really important. You need that one in there. You will have to change your password. You should just go set it to like cat or something, just to kind of circumnavigate around that. So shout if you have any issues, but Adam did test it.
I'm in. So sorry, staff login is username.
No, so you want the customer login.
And that would be
And then your username is firstname.surname space.mo.
So I'm with you, yeah. As soon as I fix that, I understand now. Sorry,
That's right.
Nice about the nitrogen one.
Welcome 1, 2, 3. Is it
I
welcome?
asked about the nitrogen. Welcome. That's 1, 2, 3.
Is it a capital? It's not case sensitive, is it?
The password needs a capital W, but otherwise, no, your username isn't.
It's nice to know that.
Sorry.
Learning something.
Yeah.
Is there a space after the dot for the password?
No, that is
So-
just welcome.123.
No space.
Yeah, no space in the password. It's just the space here, annoyingly.
Invalid login.
If you put the space in your username.
You've got to have the space after your name. So it's your
So
head dot
consider,
and then space, then
No,
dot mode.
so it's hang on.
So it's space.
it's come close to my glasses and not,
And then
oh, it's
welcome to the
Consider.
captain.
space.
Space after the,
Dot M.
There's a space after your name.
between the I, before the I.
All my courses.
Introduction to the app.
Yeah, you should only be able to see intro to atmosphere, because that's the only one I've given you permission for. And so normally it's like my personal account, I see every course and you can just enroll yourself and stuff. So that's the current password and then you put the new one in. You're right.
You must change your password to proceed.
Working too hard.
Yes, you put a new password in.
Right, yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the password is
Yeah, I
just
did too.
need a capital W, hopefully.
Oh yeah, interacting.
I was amazed by that.
Why am I
You
having?
got that right.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you get it right?
Yeah,
I've been right.
I must have forgot that. I assumed it was oxygen.
I heard it ages ago, yeah, it was crazy.
You can do that now for this.
Oxygen's the next one, isn't it?
Is that okay?
Yeah, go on then, I'm just saying it's a little bit non-selling. I've just,
Maybe it does matter that it's capitals.
oh, this is too intelligent for me.
I mean, you can skip over it. You don't, unlike some of the others, like you don't have to like do the question to move on, which is a downside, but we can see if they do that. So it kind of like you can then go to them like, well, why didn't you do it?
And if I don't close it down, will you lose access to it next? Is there a time when it will?
No, it doesn't time out.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, because I'd like to have a proper look at it.
You've all got access until Thursday lunchtime, I think.
Okay, fantastic.
This, if you really want to keep going.
Well, I'd like to have a proper look at it. Yeah.
Did you press learn more, did you, or all my courses?
All my courses, and then it's the only course there.
Was it me?
I'm going to give you about 5 more minutes only. That's all right, only because of time.
I've got my student feedback, so I'll do it in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so courses.
But I mean, you've finished in 5 minutes. Yeah. I'm just so I don't feel a bit.
So you can just click on that one. And then it comes up.
Lovely, thank you very much.
You can read it.
Just
Would you click on one shot and into chat?
Yeah, you can
Oh, no.
click on the oh, so hang on, you've gone into a funky way.
PS and MSB.
Here.
Okay.
Should load. It might just be a dodgy internet connection, but normally it should come up underneath there. Oh, minus and positive. I knew that. Oh. Otherwise, you can get it on your laptop.
You can look up. You can have a look at mine if you want to.
It's in my
Just how much you did, Mark. Just because it's.
I think it's just not loading. I think the internet must be just.
So I've gone on there.
Yes, that's what I've just done with Ed and it came up. So maybe you've just got some signal. James is frowning hard.
I look at yours, Jason, can I just look at yours?
Yes. You want my answer?
Just left it there.
No, yeah, it's not working.
Something about it. I'm going to go. It's
Sorry about the bunch of stuff, but shoot. No, it's just going through it basically. It's interactive. And
You know most people that spell my name without the.
through getting things wrong.
Yeah, you can.
Most people spell my name without the.
Yes.
I always put me.
Yeah,
From the previous
At school, they spell it without the on the end.
Usually I'm going to get into
Yeah. When we were moved on, we had.
on which version of my you need.
Not many staff use.
Oh, you mean like
No pollution.
Shakespeare without the.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. People do that as well, stack it up on it.
Yeah, actually, it's
Imogen, did you manage to access it?
Biggest landmass.
It's like you're talking to
Yeah,
God.
I've got on.
It is like God, isn't it? Yeah, that's good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right, no, it's
He's right.
very clear.
Oh my God.
No, it's awful for you and we're all talking, sorry.
It works. So it's pretty good because
Quite
it works on
complex.
phones as well as laptops.
Yeah.
But we do recommend a laptop.
Yes,
Um,
that's one of the things about modern accessibility now. They are meant to work on
Yeah, and like
device with digital poverty. Not all students have laptops. I know that's less of an issue potentially in your area, I suppose, but maybe that's my
the
unconscious bias.
the military aren't the best with laptops. So
Agreed. Terrible.
yeah, they break and then you don't get them
They're
replaced.
quite ancient, aren't they? The way they operate. Well, I don't know about the RAF, but the Navy was bad.
I have a military laptop, but you get locked out if you don't log in like every month or something, which I don't really do. And then it takes like 4 months to get your login reinstated, and then they take it off you because someone else needs it, and it's yeah.
Even the internet gets.
So they block YouTube, so we have to be really careful with what videos to put in it. So I think there is a YouTube video in this
There
one.
is, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes people can't see it. So the videos, you can't use them to be actual content. You can only use them to be like supportive content. So yeah, that's what it is. So this course runs, it's a week-long course that runs every other month. So these guys actually did it back in, I think it was late February, early March. So when I did it, I gave them the option of doing either this new module or the old module, so they could choose which one they wanted to do if they wish, because it was still a relatively new thing. So I just wanted to make sure that they had the choice. We have now turned the old module off, so going forward, every student will do this new one. So 15 of them completed. You can see one person did it twice. So for the actual score out of that they could get for the module was out of 10. And there's a range of the results there. And then I cross-checked with the exam. So I went into the exam and found the question that related to atmosphere. And I don't know whether it was because the module was that great, but actually all 15 students scored 100% on the questions relating to the atmosphere on the exam paper. So I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, I don't know. The exam is closed book as well, so they in theory remembered it. So yeah, all 15 scored 100%. Feedback, I took it out of the general overall course feedback that we asked them for. So one of the, I think this first one is kind of more broadly across all of the online packages, and then some of the others specific, I asked them one-on-one for them. So they talked about robust, clearly very considered package of lessons with interactive and academically engaging e-modules, which was kind of the best feedback we could have asked for, really. The lesson menus, and Moodle really does this well, the kind of bookmark side, which is where the headings and subheadings and stuff come in, are often referred to as being really helpful, and that really helps with the structure without us really having to do that much. We always try and link back. Atmosphere is the first E lesson that they do, and first lesson full stop that they do actually on the course. But we do always try and link to the other set lessons where we can. And we also, if something comes up that we've not covered, we'll be like, you'll see more of this in X lesson, so they can understand the links. And then finally, the option to reattempt the quiz. This is something that we are really try and encourage. So we teach all the subjects, either e-modules or live, and then the Thursday afternoon is just them having revision time, and we're available if they want to chat to us. This is all done online, so we just sit in a Teams meeting and they come and drop in. But we encourage them all to reattempt the quizzes as many times as they want to, because that really helps cement it. And the exam is an online exam that they would sit on the Friday morning. So the more practice they have with all of this, the easier they find the exam as well. We do go through the exam and how to kind of exam technique with them.
I completely agree with that, by the way. I think making a mistake. So when I thought oxygen was the big percentage of the atmosphere, like that stuck with me now, that nitrogen, I won't forget that because I made that mistake. See what I mean? So actually through making a mistake.
Well, I did the first time.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it.
Truly.
Yeah, because I thought it was oxygen the first time, and then I knew now, so it was nitrogen.
Yes. See what I mean? So I think through mistakes, it triggers you, and therefore it definitely helps in bed.
We do find that they get into competition, not with each other, but with themselves. And it's like, well, I only scored 5. Why did I only score 5? So then they'll keep doing it until they get full marks, which, you know, we're not going to argue about that. I think like one of them, I think the most any person's ever redone something is like 5 times. And I was like, okay, surely you know it inside out now. But like that's what they're for. And they keep access to their accounts for 2 years once they've done the exam, so they can come back and redo it again if they want to, especially because in the military you can end up holding for kind of 6 to 18 months quite widely, sometimes even 2 years, and their currency lasts.
Do you mean holding? Sorry, hold.
So waiting for their job.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So
Jason understands this too.
Is it waiting for like a transfer to another unit or something?
no, so in this case they do. So this is for like air traffic controllers and stuff that they do this MET package. So they come along, they do the MET package, they sign it off, they finish it, they go and do their air traffic control exams, which can take months. And then at that point, they're qualified, but they have to wait for a
For a
position.
job to come. Oh, sorry.
So
I understand.
your holding job could be like gardener. And something literally, my friend washed cars for 6 months on his.
You're not
job.
using the skills, so you forget.
No, so this is why we keep access for them. It's because if they've held for that long, they might need to come back and refresh themselves. And so that's why we make sure that they have access. Yeah, that is everything. These eventually are going to be my references. Has anyone got any questions?
Right.
One thing I can remember, you know, Ellen, every time I go for my walks, yeah, and I look at the sky, and it's like,